Yo. Hey, what's up, Faded? How's everybody doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Onimusha's terrible, bro. I don't know how some people are looking forward to that game. I was until after I seen the gameplay. I just had enough of Souls games, man. They're all the same. You know? I mean, it went from a point where Souls, the genre of Souls games was unique and ambitious, but now it's just like all these cookie cutter approaches they doing. I'm just not for it, man. You know, I don't think they're bad games, but they're just something that I'm just kind of over with.
T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City, Leon Kennedy succeeded in escaping from the city.
But yeah, I mean, Resident Evil 9 probably more similar in lines of 8, you know.
A woman named Ada.
What the? I don't see no footage. What the? Why is this all black? Okay. I was like, yo, what? Yeah, I'll probably get Onimusha for $20 and then Resident Evil 9 for 20. I'll get them on discount. Yeah, they're becoming boring, and this is why the West came in and took over. You know, I just think they don't care enough to try no more. You know, they used to run the gaming industry. I probably say around 360 is when they lost full control. That's when the West took over fully. You know, the Japanese don't really dictate the market anymore. It's really just the U.S., UK, you know, countries like that. Canada's another one. Yeah, I know. I got a video on him today. Yep, I just caught that. I thought he was going to PC gaming. Why he still doing this?
Hello?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting there. I mean, I think gaming is just not as dying as a whole. You know what I mean? I just think they're just holding on to these bones, or should I say these fossils to keep things up. And those, yeah, they want to still say Japanese. Bro, there ain't been a Japanese game since. We got more Chinese games coming out than Japanese. You know, and I'm tired of people using Street Fighter, Tekken, and Monster Hunter as a way to say Japanese. These games are popular everywhere. They're not even just popular in Japan. The only game that's really popular in Japan is Dragon Quest. That's it. That's the only game they could be saying they single-handedly keeping alive. Other than that, Japan ain't nothing. I know the West buys Pokemon more than Japan.
Wait, don't shoot.
We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer.
Oh yeah.
There.
Yeah, they milk. That's what I'm saying. They're doing it to everybody. That's kind of where I'm like, I just kind of play what I want now. You know, I'm not really looking forward to anything that's really crazy coming out. I'm gonna buy Mind's Eye for 20. I'm gonna buy Onimusha for 20. I'm gonna buy Resident Evil 9 for 20. That's all I'm doing. I'm not paying $70 for each of these games because I don't feel fulfilled or satisfied when I pick them up. I just don't. I mean, yeah, but they ain't Japanese though. They ain't. That just shows the bias, you know. That just shows the bias that, you know. I mean, that shows you that if Leon Kennedy was Asian, they probably wouldn't even play the game. They probably wouldn't even like Resident Evil. That's what I'm saying, man. They have their own criteria. That's why I be laughing at these woke channels. I'm like, what do y'all talk about? Y'all talk about, you know, oh, they're trying to be inclusive. But I guarantee if Leon was called Yang Shao, they would not be playing this game. They would not. I hate to say it. Nah, I didn't see that in that video yet. You know? And that's not me saying that, because I play a lot of Asian characters. I play a lot of games of different cultures, different people, ethnicities, male, female, and I've never once had these mindsets. But these same people that get mad every time they switch a white character to black or something like that, I'm like, yo, y'all should be the last ones talking. Y'all been doing this since the beginning.
I'll meet you there.
Okay.
And they didn't want to sit there and complain about, oh, this is woke, this is this, and this is that. But I'm like, but why though? Isn't it kind of woke that Japanese developers are making games based off Western culture and not even their own. I guess that's woke too then, right? Or maybe I should say self-hate. Yeah, they're not real Japanese games. They're not real. Mario's just an Italian plumber. Like, I really don't know how people think these are Japanese games, bro. They're not Japanese games. A Japanese game is a Japanese culture, Japanese influence, and Japanese characters. That's what a Japanese game is to me. If you ain't got those criteria, then it ain't a real Japanese game. It's not. Oh crap, hold on. Whoa. Alright, people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that considered woke? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. These people make up their own criteria as to what's woke and what's not. Like, it's just weird to me. But the funny thing is, these are the same people playing the games, though. They're playing them. Just like Vera Dark, you know? I don't like these games, but then you're playing it. You're playing the Life Strange. You're playing the Bloom and Rage. How can you say you hate something and play it? It's like, what? Telling people not to support it and all that, and it's just like, bruh. Oh, crap. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Uh-huh. They don't want competition. They just want the same games faded. That's all it is. They want the same games with the same franchises, and if they do make a new game, they want it with the same mechanics. They don't want new games. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of self-hatred in that country. Yep. Oh, we want Call of Duty boots on the ground, but yet they keep buying this new stuff. They want Battlefield 6 for real? I'm telling you, I think the Japanese market's gonna change too. They're gonna probably be asking for more westernized games. I know China's gonna be a huge market. China's gonna be a huge market. But even then, I told people, like, the influencers is Western. We're the ones bringing in the money. We're the ones paying for all this stuff. The Japanese and the Chinese, yeah, they support. I will say one thing: the Chinese support their own devs, though. They do. Black Myth, Wukong, they support their own developers. I give them that, but only on PC though. Oh man, a battle royale. Oh my goodness. Seriously, battle royale again? Wow. Really? I know there's a liquor coming up. There should be like 2 liquors in this room. And I don't even have the stopping power to get through them. Really? We'll see though. We'll see, because they've said this before, and look what happened. You know what I mean? This ain't the first time they said this. What the? Infinite rocket launcher? What the? Oh, is it because I got a rank? Oh, you guys don't know. I actually what was it? Oh, so they gave me the infinite rocket launcher? Oh yeah, we definitely ain't using that. Sorry. Y'all like games to make it easy, man. Look at that. Make it easy for yourself. Look at that. You know, you earned it. Look at that. You earned that. Use it. Nah. Put that back. Put that back right back in there. Because I guess I got a particular rank. That's why. Baby mode. Like, really, bro? Like, I need that? I don't need that crap. I nerfed myself. Bro, imagine, bro. He was like, oh, but you got the... I don't care, but at that point, that you ain't playing no survival horror. That's gonna kill the immersion. And I think that's what kind of got Resident Evil to be the game it is, because I guarantee a lot of people only beat the game like that. Infinite magnums and stuff. I mean, I earned it because I was able to get a good rank. So let me see. Let's see. I'll commit to this. Yeah, like, why would I do that? So I want to try to see if I can get the crossbow. Oh, it's like, okay. So I can't get through there. Alright, let's go downstairs now. I always liked it playing it this way because clear is actually harder on scenario B. Leon's scenario B is too easy for me because of the magnum and the shotgun and all of that. Oh yeah, the grenade launcher. See, now I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna take that grenade launcher and get the cluster up there. Oh crap. Yeah, that's why. I'm telling you, bro, I played this game called Siren Blood Curse. They literally take, well, this game still flopped. But it's because it still had the Japanese lore. That's why. So anyways, they literally changed the characters to American in the remake for the PS3, and it still flopped. All because it was set in Japan. That's why I'm a little worried about Silent Hill F, man. I'm sorry, like, I don't think a lot of people like Japan. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just something weird, man. I don't know. This is not me saying these things, guys. Like, I love, you know, Japan. I love all things. But I'm just saying this. People like this, bro. There's a lot of people like this. I got the club key. Yeah. Alright, so I gotta go all the way around because these are all electronically locked. Yeah, it failed. Siren Blood Curse, that game flopped. They don't like Japanese games, though. They don't like the real ones, that's why. I mean, to be honest, if they were, their games would still be popular, you know? Nobody cares about their games, you know? I know what you're saying. I mean, they do it with fighting games, and Japanese haven't even won an Evo. They haven't even won an Evo. I hate to say it, guys. People's illusions of the Japanese being the greatest gamers and all that, it's a stereotype. And it's not even true. It's not even true. Same thing with fighting games. It's all stereotypes. Well, also, too, back then, there was a little reason for that because Japan, they had frame data magazines which weren't widely available to everybody else. So that's why they were so dominant in fighting games. It wasn't because, oh, I'm Japanese and I'm good. These are stereotypes that people make. It's because they were exposed to something that the U.S. and everybody else wasn't exposed to. That's what it was. So therefore, they were more advanced than the average fighting game player. But now, that's shifting. That's shifting. Japan hasn't even won an Evo. It's shifting. Tekken, I mean, look at Tekken, bro. The Japanese ain't even there, bro. They ain't even there, bro. Them Saudi dudes whooping their butt. Things are changing, man. And people are not liking it. People are not liking the changes. You'll be a fool to think things are supposed to be the same 20, 30 years from now. but it's not Japanese though. I'm playing a Japanese game. I want those handgun bullets. I know this guy's still alive. You see how his face moves? Look, he's alive. I gotta avoid him though. I'm gonna use a grenade launcher. It's Western. I think it's an interesting game, but I think it has the same problem that Callisto's Protocol had. It's too much of the same, but I don't think it's a bad game. And this is the problem, because it's like, as gamers, we're not getting nothing entirely new. We're just getting alternative versions of the same games, if that makes sense, guys. But I think it's good. I don't think it's... Oh, crap. Hold on, my bad. I was paying attention. I was reading the comment. I think it's good, but it's just a matter... I don't think it's going to really rock anybody's socks, though. You know what I mean? Especially if you play games like Dead Space and stuff. And I think that's where people are not buying games, because they're like, well, what is there to buy games? You know what I mean? Like, what is the point of buying games if all the games are essentially the same at this point? I'll say that for later. I thought it was, let me see. I thought it was the same code. Let me see. Oh, yep, got it. Nice, I could use those. Alright. There's gonna be a lot of enemies up right here coming up. I don't want to use the acid ones though. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I found out about that, which is good. I got that game coming. I'll take the hit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, nah, she's just one of those girly girls that likes to play. That's a pleasure of hers. You know what I mean? She actually enjoys playing them. Don't you know what I mean? She's out here trying to deceive people. She actually really likes those games. She's one of those girly girls. I think there should be a liquor in here. Let me see. I don't think there's anything in here really worth anything for me to have to deal with that. I don't think so. I said I don't think so. I think this one's the... Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, oh yeah, she is. They will never claim it though, but you know, you could already tell her quartering. And that's what I'm saying, Melanie Mac. Like, you claim to be Christian, you out here dealing with people like that, bro. That's what makes me question her Christianity. Because it's like, you claim to be these things, but yet you deal with people that are actually like this. You know what I mean? Quartering and all those people, they don't carry themselves a Christian faith. They don't. And neither does she. It's like, how you going to claim to be Christian, but you out here dealing with these type of people, like what Blue Jay said? How are you Christian? A Christian person would rebuke them in the name of Jesus, but instead she's friends with them. It's like, you're friends with losers. And the vast majority of them look like man children. I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean? They won't never admit it, but we already know. Because I can tell by, like, it's subtle, though. It's very subtle in how they go about it. That's usually what most race car people do. They keep it subtle. Oh, yeah, that's the whole idea, though. Yeah, we know who she's catering to with these type of videos. We know it. But see, but that's where the fools have been deceived. No, not Vera. I'm talking about Melanie Mac. Yeah, I don't think Vera Dark ever put a claim like that. Not, at least not that I know of. But for Melanie, she claims to be this and this and that, and I'm like, huh? How are you Christian acting like this? I'll take that. Yeah. Like, that's not Christian. And then you deal with certain particular people, like... Yep. That's what I'm saying. She's a hypocrite. Yeah. Really? She did? Wow. That's crazy. Which is funny because I don't think she's all that, in my opinion. She looked worse than wet paint trying to dry. I don't know why she out here talking. That's what I'm saying. That's because guys put her on a pedestal. She would only say that. She would only say that because guys are actually agreeing with. Like, bro, half these dudes that watch her ain't even getting no real play. Most of them can't even talk to women. She's dealing with essentially social rejects. Literally, like she caters to simps. She has no real talent at all, besides being a female. Cause ain't nobody would watch her if she was a guy. I can guarantee that. And some of these girls are boring too. Like, I'm like, yo, how do these guys listen to this? Like, they're not even entertaining. I'm like, they're just straight boring. Yeah, you notice that, Pickles, right? All because of that third party. They have. Bro, I ain't even gotta go to freaking subscriber only mode. Yeah, because they I'm telling you, those ponies was in full effect. And look at that. And with all this new information that came out, look at this. Now they scared to show their faces. They're scared, bro. They are absolutely scared. All that crap, all that stuff they were talking. Just for them. Yep, it feels so good, right? Now they don't even want to show themselves. Bro, they were trying so hard to troll the live stream, talking about I was scared of Puerto Rock and this and this and that. And look what ended up happening with all that. Just for him to be wrong in the end. All that talk for nothing. Oh, this part's amazing. Wait till y'all see this part. I love this part. When I was a kid, that scared the living crap out of me. Yeah, when I was a kid, that scared the crap out of me, bro. I think I had my TV so loud, bro, that scared the crap out of me when they came down. Long time ago, I was scared, bro, because I didn't think nothing was going to happen because I played the scenario A. And that happened, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. And I was a kid, too, at the time. So, you know, as a child, or, you know, being exposed to it, like, what the? You know what I mean? It was kind of scary. Nowadays, it's like, as an adult, it's like, man, sometimes I wish I was a kid again so I could feel that same fear that I had when I was young. You know? I don't have that fear no more. I play horror games that don't even feel the horror no more. But then I realized, regardless if you feel scared or not, it's more about the unease feeling that they give you. And there's some horror games that do. You know, it's not necessarily about being scary. It's about that theme. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, Craven, for sure. Because I'm telling you, man, the only good games on PlayStation was third party. PS1 and 2. And then the days that Sony had to rely on their own games with the PS3, we noticed the shift. Oh yeah. They got no games, EC. I'm telling you, they got no games, bro. Like I said, man, Xbox as of right now has actually helped save the industry because there's no games, bro. I'm keeping it a buck. You know, I know people keep talking about how Xbox got a lot. I'm telling people they got more games than PlayStation. Honestly, if it wasn't for Xbox right now, we wouldn't have very many games to be talking about. You know? And even though I'm like, Microsoft ain't as good as they used to, but that could apply to everybody. At least I can say they're putting out something. PlayStation ain't really putting out much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're getting more games because of the leadership at Microsoft and what they're controlling. That's what I'm saying. We would not be getting any of this if it wasn't for Microsoft, bro. Like I said, man, Ninja Gaiden 4, which might not do well in sales, but it's going to do well with me. So that's all that matters. You know? Like I said, there's still some diamonds in the rough, you know, from Microsoft. But Sony, bro, I don't even think I want to buy their next console. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't even think I want the PlayStation 6. I don't. I still fulfilled enough to want a new Xbox. But I don't care about PlayStation games, man. I don't. Yeah, they've been providing the most. I'd say it's Xbox, Nintendo, and then Sony. Sony's dead last. Sony is dead last. They ain't been providing nothing, bro. Absolutely nothing, bro. Microsoft is putting out games after games after games. You know? And I have people, oh, but it ain't like the 360 though. I'm like, listen, man. Ain't none of these consoles like how they were back in those days. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't even use that as a knock towards Microsoft. I just say that Microsoft is doing the most. Alright, let me take these fools out. Oh crap, hold on. Yeah, because if it wasn't for them, bro, we wouldn't be talking about games at all, man. Nintendo, we still be waiting. Nintendo, they lied about the 4K 120. Like, it's getting ridiculous, guys. Like, I'm saying, it's getting rather sad. Yep, even on the Series S. And then you got a person named Lady Decade out here telling people, oh, Microsoft lied. Well, I'm like, what Microsoft lie y'all talking about? Where did Microsoft lie? Microsoft lied, like, why is she acting as if it was Microsoft's fault for why the game didn't drop on the platform? Like, it's so stupid, bro. Like, these PlayStation fans, I probably have to make a video on that. I don't know if y'all would like to see one. But Lady Decade, man, she's clearly losing her marbles. Because I'm saying this, saying, like, what are you talking about? Oh, it's Xbox's fault that Black Myth Wukong this. And I'm like, what? Xbox's fault? Why do they always blame Xbox for everything? I'd see it. Like, really? Like, what? It's Xbox fault why Black Myth... Like, what do you mean, Lady Decade? Yeah. I mean, they literally came out themselves, bro. But this is what I'm saying. Their hatred towards Microsoft knows no bounds. It knows no bounds, guys. I'm telling you. Exactly. It knows no bounds, bro. They hate Microsoft so much that they don't even make sense anymore. Exactly. If that's the type of game they want to play. But you know they ain't gonna do that. You know they ain't gonna do that. These dudes is ridiculous, bro. Really? Wow. Bro, they need to worry about their pro version. That's what they need to worry about. They need to worry about why the pro version running worse than the PS5. Blaming the Series S for everything. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for the physical? Yeah, I feel you, Craven. You know, and the funny thing is, Microsoft's going to get blamed for when physical media dies off, but I don't know if you guys know, Sony's planning on stopping production of the Blu-ray disc. This is why you see Microsoft, you know, opting out of it, because they're like, oh, Sony's going to opt out of it eventually. Why? You know, think about it. There's not that many PS5 games, bro. Like, I got Stellar Blade. Like, if you actually go to the stores, the library of PS5 games is limited, even on mass-produced titles. I don't see a lot of mass-produced physical games. I'm telling you, it's very limited. Even some of the biggest games that used to have massive amount of prints barely have any prints anymore. Like, it's getting to that point. Physical media is dying. Nobody's buying it.
Leon!
I think GameStop need to work with limited run. That might be their best bet.
It's good to see you're still.
I think they should work with limited run.
It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all.
Yep. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Jim?
There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it.
My friend played it.
Keep in touch.
She said it was okay. Not my type of game. I watched her play it a little bit. It was kind of funny. There was just a few segments that I laughed at. But yeah, it's not my type of game. Yeah, you know what's funny? That's good though, Serge, because guess what? A lot of these people... I thought I can grab a first aid here. Hold on. I can't grab a first aid here? Or maybe that's on scenario B. Oh, maybe... Okay. Probably can't collect it there. I swear, that must be scenario A then. Yeah, there was a lot of funny parts. I like the part, inhale, put you under my spell. I was just laughing. There was a few, what the? There was a few funny segments.
Help me!
Uh-oh. No, not yet. No, I haven't made. I don't think I'll have time for it, guys, honestly. You know. I just beat a few games though. I'm trying to 100% RoboCop on what was it? On Xbox. I'm working on that. So, and I beat I beat Far Cry 5. I beat working on 6. I'm gonna beat a few of the Lego games with a friend of mine. So yeah, I've been beating a lot of games actually. Yeah, nah, that's the best thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just probably not gonna just do this. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? I just don't really have the time, guys. You know? I gotta use my time wisely, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it was trash. It was trash. Bro, the ending of the game was absolute trash, bro. It was absolute trash. And what's crazy, I actually enjoyed the game. I like, personally, I like Leon. But I like both of them. I like old Leon, but I don't like new Leon. I don't like Resident Evil 4 Leon. I don't like him. I prefer Chris Redfield over Leon. Hold on. Okay. All right. Hello? Yeah, so I prefer Chris Redfield. He's my favorite. Even in the newer games, he's still my favorite. Chris Redfield. I just think Leon is just overrated. Oh, look at that. Puzzles are so easy in this game. Yeah, that's good though. It's gonna be on the disc. I got mine's pre-ordered already. It should be coming on I think tomorrow, right? I think that's when the game drops. Tomorrow. Yep, I'm gonna be playing that. I even got the Xbox specific controller for it too. You know, I paid over $100 for this crap for a controller to play Gears of War. Like, bro, I'm like, man, because my PlayStation don't have a competitive setup. The only, what was that? I'm trying to say it. Oh, there's nothing up here. My PlayStation's not it's like 4K 60 display and all that, but my Xbox is the competitive setup. That's why I got all my competitive games. Yeah. Yeah, I usually don't too. I usually don't either. Not frequently, but I was like, oh, I want to play Gears of War. So essentially I fought him. Yeah, I fought the guy. Yeah. So I resisted it, yeah. I didn't walk away, no. I just didn't like all the supernatural stuff. You know what I mean? And then he got the part, it just sounded so goofy. He was right. He was right. I'm like, bro, listen, man, this is coming off all super. Like, I get the Mist thing, like it was more of like a drug. I'm like, okay, he's doing that like false prophet. But I mean, this man acted like he was really God, bro. I was like, yeah, that kind of where it lost me. You know what I mean? I think the cool appeal of let me say, oh, let me do this. I think the cool appeal of a Far Cry villain is for them to be so crazy that they like their craziness. Let me see, you know. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm clapping them. But I think that's the crazy part, like him being so crazy and him believing in this false reality, this false religion that he's pushing. You know what I mean? But when he actually started having those superpowers, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of, I can't mess with this. I couldn't rock with it. I'm like, it just kind of came out of left field. I kind of prefer the take of a psychotic killer, you know, psychotic that reads the Bible and misinterprets, because that's a real thing. That's a real genuine thing. So I was actually able to relate with that. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, this guy's taking the word of God, changing it. It creates an interesting story as to why you're going to war with him and his people. He's drugging his people to think that he's the father, but he's not God. You get what I'm saying? So the concept of it was cool. I was like, oh, this is a cool concept. You know, this was a cool concept. But once they started having this guy have superpowers and he's right, he was right, I was like, yeah, this is kind of corny. This was kind of corny. I'm like, yeah, I can't mess with Far Cry. I'm sorry, I just spoiled the ending for people that didn't play the game. My bad. Well, at least you guys know I beat it. It was terrible. The gameplay was good, though. The gameplay was good. But, yeah, the ending was absolute trash. And Far Cry 6 I've actually been playing, so a little bit. I'm just getting through it piece by piece. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the gameplay, I think it's actually better than Far Cry 6, honestly. You know? Yeah, Far Cry 5, well, we'll see, because I haven't finished 6, Blue Jay, but Far Cry 5 was, the ending was trash. I think the game is better. Well, at least as of right now, I haven't really got too deep into Far Cry 6. I'm still kind of playing it. Yeah, no, it's actually good. Yeah, it was actually good. Like, the game was, like, it was actually really good. The only thing that sucked was the ending. That was it. I liked the whole game until the ending. That's it. So to me, it's still a good game. Far Cry 5 is actually one of my favorites. You know, Far Cry 2 was good. Far Cry 3, of course. I played a little bit of 4. It didn't really latch me, but I'll have to try it again because people do say it's really good. So I got I got this key, right? It was goofy. Yeah, it was goofy at times. I just liked the whole helicopter, like how you can latch onto it. I just loved it about it. Yeah, the takedowns was terrible. Yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah, they were a little goofy. As Far Cry 6, they're a lot more brutal though, and it felt political. Yeah, it had a little political things in it. But that's what I'm saying. Nobody called it woke though. But I thought it was cool though, Blue Jay. The reason why I thought it was cool because it looked like people that were taking the Bible and, you know, being false prophets to it, and then they end up having the false prophet be the real thing, which I was like, yeah, this is so stupid. Why did y'all give this man superpowers, bro? You know, they really made this guy really feel like he was really Jesus, bro. I'm like, yeah, this is corny, bro. Oh crap, hold on, my bad. They really had him feeling like he was really Jesus, and I'm like, yeah, I can't rock with this crap. Yeah, bro, didn't I wipe y'all out? Hold on. I swear I cleared this room. I only need to take him out because I could just avoid the rest through that pathway. Ah, that makes sense. I know, right? Because how come they didn't use that for that game? I know, right? That's what I'm saying. That is true, though. That's what I'm saying, man. You start seeing the bias, bro. I find it so funny. Like, they claim that a game is woke because it's anti-white, but yet when it's white characters, that's not woke. Like, that makes no sense, though. Yeah, it's only woke when it applies to people of color. I've noticed that, and it's like this every single time. Every single time. Okay, that's 3. Oh, crap. Y'all saw that crap? Get the hell up out of there. Woo! Which characters? And Alan Wake, some of them? Yeah, but that's not all the way true though. There's a lot of characters, like for example, right? Like I'm a huge fan of the Warriors film. I like the Warriors film. It's a great movie. But you do understand. I just want to throw this in perspective. I'm not trying to cause race wars or, confrontation with anybody. But the novel of what the movie's based off was a black, keyword, listen what I'm about to say, is a black and Hispanic gang, right? The original book, the novel of what that movie's representing, they added white characters to the movie. What is y'all opinion to that? I'm just saying, if this is what we're complaining about, what is your opinion to that? Because I will sit there and tell you that I still like the Warriors movie. But according to that logic, Sam, that's woke. So that's what I'm saying. What do you think about that? Because it wasn't supposed to have white characters. But we know why they did it, to make it more Hollywood, to appeal to more people. This is nothing new, folks. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is nothing new. Like, they've been doing this forever. They just been doing it under people's noses. That's it. That's just my whole assessment of the thing. But I'm just saying, what do y'all think about that? Because I wouldn't say Warriors is still one of my favorite movies, though. But I guess it's woke because they added white characters. I got another one. You get what I mean? I got another one. And this is no disrespect to nobody, because I have friends of all different colors and stuff. Another one. He said, like they say, not Japanese. Like, I feel like there's a lot of ignorance going on. You know what I mean? With a lot of these aspects. In my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Because I don't hear these same people complain. I got another one. West Side Story. West Side Story. The characters are not even played by Spanish people. Like, let's keep it a buck. They're played by Italians and white people. Look up the movie West Side Story. They're not even Spanish. They're not Spanish. They're not Spanish speak. They're not Spanish culture. Nothing. You had white people make a whole thing called West Side Story, and they don't even have the Spanish people in it. They got white people portraying Spanish people. And guess what? People like the movie. Did people say it's woke? Oh, that's woke. That's woke. How can you? This is supposed to be a novella. When my people. Did they complain? Like I said, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to say, and it's going to hurt a few people, but it's only going to hurt people that are ignorant. White people have gotten so comfortable with seeing their own people being represented that they have a problem seeing other people. That's all it is. I said it. And I know people are going to get offended, but there's really no reason to get offended, because if it doesn't apply to you, then it don't apply to you. Obviously, I'm speaking in perspective of certain people. But I'm saying, if people are offended, right? He said it, right? Like, if people get offended by that, then we already know what side they on. Because this has been going on since the beginning, man. This is nothing new. Nothing new. Nah, I'm just saying novellas. I just know people, like, older people watch that. Novellas. They're gonna be complaining about stuff. Watching novellas is crazy. Telemundo. They got a white guy on Telemundo. West Side Story, Telemundo TV. A story about a Spanish girl, and they got it all played by white people. No complaints. No, that's not true, Sam. That's not true, because, like I've said before, the Warriors was supposed to be a black and Hispanic gang. You get what I'm saying? They added white characters to something that shouldn't have had. I don't mind, because matter of fact, one of my favorite characters is Ajax. I love Ajax, bro. He's one of my favorite characters in the movie, and he's white. Do you get what I'm saying? But still, they still put a character where it didn't belong. They took a character that was black or Hispanic and made it white. That's woke. That is woke. We can't sit there and choose and select and pick, oh, this is woke and this is not. This is why people look at these people and say, y'all don't got no argument. Y'all ain't got no argument. They did that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The only time something is woke when it applies to a white person. I'm sorry. But when it comes to race swap with everybody else, they don't care. They do not care. Matter of fact, Flash was originally supposed to be a black character. The Flash, y'all know the Flash? Well, I know why they made him white, because of the stereotype. But Flash was originally supposed to be black. The Flash. He was originally supposed to be black in DC, but they changed him white. But I already know why they did that. I know why they did that, though. Hey, what you trying to say? Black people run fast? Huh? What y'all trying to say? DC saved themselves. They're like, yo, we can't make this guy black, man. What? Yeah, because if we make him black, they're going to be thinking we coming up with stereotypes. Oh, no, yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that. Yeah. But there's like several other Green Lanterns. The Green Lanterns, yeah, they made Green Lantern black, but Green Lantern is like how humans are. You got black, white, you know what I mean? So, but they did make him like a face, right? But Green Lanterns could be anybody. You know what I mean? It's like a whole group of people type stuff. Until they change Kid Flash. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it happens a lot, guys. I mean, think about it. Comic books was all intended, well, it was intended for the people in the military. And a lot of that stuff had, all right, let me break this down real quick. I'm sorry. I just think this is an interesting conversation. People have to understand, back then, and they had good stories, but a lot of the stories, right? A lot of the stories that we liked back in the X-Men and all that was about real stuff. I love when people say, I don't like the realistic in the politics. I don't like that in my video game. I don't like that in my movies. Do you understand that comic books was based off that? It was all based off that. X-Men was based off on how people used to look at people differently because of their race. They're just mutants. Oh, why we look at these people? They're mutants. The concept of these things, exactly, that too, Craven. It was inspired by biblical events, and it was inspired by the things that people was going through at the time. That's where comic books got its inspiration. That's why if you look at the old, the old Captain America, a lot of the old Captain America comic books was based off America at the time. You get what I'm saying? So when people say, I don't like comic book, I don't like the politics, comic books have always been politics. Superheroes have always been politics. They just was told in a fictional world. That's it. And people want to sit there and say, oh, these stories was better. Bro, maybe because things was back then, people actually had real struggles. That's why. People don't struggle like they do now with the Great Depression and all that. People ain't going through that. That's where these influences came from, which to me gave good stories. That's why we're like, oh, we love these stories. These stories are amazing. And I would agree. They are. They are incredible. But I think people have to really look at it. X-Men and all that. Oh, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these got influences, guys. Yeah, what's up, Muscular? A lot of these got influences. That's why I be trying to tell these people. Why do you think even in the Marvel Universe has a president? He said they have a president. It's woke. It's woke. It's absolutely woke. You know, their whole life has been a lie. That's all it is. I don't need this right now. Hey, what the hell? I'm trying to blow this up and you tell me I don't need this right now? Damn, I'm going that fast in this game? Damn. I'm trying to rush it. I'm trying to steamroll this game. You know why PlayStation 5's dead, Muscular. Come on now. You know PlayStation 5, they ain't got no exclusives. They got no games, man. You already know PlayStation 5 is dead. No games. No games. Oh yeah, Prince of Persia was badass back then too. I'm surprised they canceled the reboot. Alright, so I got this, okay. I'm trying to see what am I missing. Uh-oh. I can sense it already. I can sense it already too, Pickles. Nah, I just joined this and I prefer PC. Okay. So there's no this. So what do you think about PlayStation 5, Muscular? What do you think about it? I don't know why people. Let me ask this first before we, So you like PC? That's good. What am I missing? Hold on, I must have missed something, guys. Nah, diamond key, I used all of it. I grabbed everything. There's this. And it said I can't use this now? That's weird. Alright, hold on. Let me check something. I went in the room, right? Yeah, grab the... Okay, let me see. Usually... That was weird. Oh, so you don't like PS5? Oh, that what? Didn't it tell me I could, bro? Yo, this game is tripping, bro. Didn't it tell me? Yo, let's not lie, guys. Yo, this game is tripping. Didn't this game tell me I can't use it? Bruh. I'm sitting here saying, I'm like, bro, I know I played this game, bro. Like, like, you seen that, right? I'm not tripping. They told me I couldn't use it. What the? Yo, PlayStation's emulation is tripping out, man. It can't read it. Oh, man, it's tripping, bruh. The emulation. They telling me I couldn't use something. I'm like, yo, I played this game countless amount of times, and I've actually never had that happen.
That's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference.
But people gotta stop using PC as a crutch, though. Like, I like PC. I like gaming from everybody, but people have to stop using PC as a crutch. PC is a good platform. Like, everything. It would depend on what people like. I don't really care what people play their games on. But PC has to be stopped being used. If you're not playing your PC, then they gotta stop talking about it. Like, I just don't like when people use PC as a way, like, oh, you can't talk about me, I play on PC. No, I'm still going to talk about you, because if you're not playing games, then you're still a fake fraud. I actually respect the PlayStation fanboy before I respect the guy on PC that's not playing games. Regardless of what people... I don't care if you're playing games on a calculator. If you're playing games, then you're okay in my book. But if you're using... Not saying you specifically, I'm just saying in general, because this is what I'm hearing. Oh, I'm just going to PC. I'm just going to PC. But if you're not playing anything, why does this matter? You're only doing it because people don't want to get chastised, or they don't want to be like looked down upon. I don't care, guys. I'm gonna play consoles until the wheels fall off. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But this whole like, oh, I'm going to PC talk is getting kind of out. It's getting stupid. It's getting absolutely stupid. That's not what console gaming was been about. That's not what gaming is about. If you want to go to PC because there's more options, by all means do so, because it does have those options. But if we're just going to, I'm not saying me specifically, or people, but if people are just going to PC to just say, oh, because you can't say nothing about me, I'm going to still call your ass out. I don't care about that. The game, you know, the gamer is the person that plays the games, not use PC as a crutch to escape criticism. That's what I feel like was going on. Some people might admit it, some people don't, but I've noticed this. Yeah, they're not going to run the PC. They saying that, but they're not going to do it. Big Cloud told Porter Rock, man, he going to buy the PlayStation 6. And he should, because even I told him he should get one.
Wait.
I don't know why he would throw out his library.
Easy there. I'm not...
Yeah, like, it's like if you're going to PC to play games, that's fine. I'm not going to knock that. But if they're going on PC to go on Twitter to have these nothing fights and say, well, I'm on PC. Well, this is stupid. This is dumb.
What's yours?
That's good, Pickles. That's so stupid. It's like, why does this matter?
They both work at the...
We're all supposed to be gamers. We all play on whatever we feel comfortable or it's our preferred option, right? And it's like these dudes act like, oh, because I'm on PC that I'm untouchable. Bruh, that don't mean nothing. If you ain't playing it, it means nothing if you ain't playing it. It's like having a fancy car, but you just looking at it from the lot, but you ain't never taking it outside to drive it. Like, that's how it feels like to me. And I noticed that a lot of these fanboys, they use PC as a crutch to say, well, you can't talk about me, I'm PC. Like, no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, hey, sorry, I appreciate you being respectful. Jet told me the same thing. Jet told me the same thing. Matter of fact, he actually said he knows a few people that just go on PC to toggle. I know this sounds crazy, guys, right? But Jet was telling me, too, the same thing. So you ain't lying about that. And he told me, yo, they spend more time toggling the the options than playing the game. That's what he told me. I was laughing. I was like, this is hilarious, bro. I was like, yeah, they don't play the game? He said, no, they're too busy in the settings. I was like, what? And he said, yo, like, he said, you got to be careful of that. You know what I mean? You got to, you know. I was like, yeah, see, that could be a very dangerous thing. To be so caught up, you know, fixing up your settings that you just forget the whole purpose of why you bought it in the first place. Yeah, but that's a good point, though, Sora. I feel you. I mean, we all can probably, if I go to PC, I'd probably do the same thing because it's new. I'm going to see if I can get the best, what I'm working with and all that. But like you said, you got to kind of come to that realization, like, when am I going to play this damn thing? You know, I think I optimized the settings the most that I could. When am I actually going to play this? You know what I mean? Nah, but that's what Zero said. You can't say that. I know. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying to you. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I want people to understand. But there's probably some people that do that. All right. Let me. Hold on. All right, hold on. Real quick. Zero said, I'm not saying you do that. I'm not saying any of you guys do that. I'm saying there's certain people that do, though. Does that make sense? There's certain people that do. Not saying you do. Not saying you even. It's just like, for example, like with fanboys. Not everybody on Xbox or PlayStation is a fanboy, but they do have them. They have these type of weirdos. Like, that's why the whole Gooner thing became a problem. Because, yeah, not all PC gamers care about it, but some do. Some people like those games. I don't think I'd play those games, but some people do. I agree with that, Craven. I agree. There's poor optimization. Yeah. I think that should be the argument people be talking about, because there's a lot of poor optimization. A lot. A lot. Yeah, because they said Delta, what is it, Metal Gear Solid Delta, they said that runs bad even on, I love the, yeah, the modding scene is cool. PC's great, bro. PC's amazing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with PC. I think PC's great. I'm just saying, for people that are like these fanboys that are going to PC to think that nobody can critique them, because if they're still going on, if they go to PC, what I'm trying to say, and all they want to do is talk about Twitter wars and all that, then I'm like, that's not a real gamer, man. You know? Indie scene is where the real game's at. Yeah, it's kind of getting like that, though. Yeah. I mean, I would say AAA gaming is kind of dying. I mean, I don't really feel it the same. I don't even really care to buy AAA games anymore. So I guess you could say that is somewhat true. I actually have more fun playing this Resident Evil game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with tinkering with your settings. You know what I mean? But I could think some people get so caught up on it that they never even play the game. Does that make sense? You know? I mean, they do it on console too. Like, it's the same thing. Turning off VSync. Yeah, AAA games is getting trash, bro. Nah, I agree, guys, with that. AAA games is getting so bad now. It's actually not even funny. It's actually getting sad. Like, really, like AAA games, they've really been disappointing, guys. They really have. I mean, I buy it for cheap. I'd rather buy it for cheap. I don't even want to pay good money for them no more. Terminator. Yeah, there's some good 2D games coming out. Yeah. People are getting tired of the AAA games, guys. People are getting tired of them. Because the problem is with AAA, they can't experiment no more. That's the problem. The games cost too much. The budget is ballooned up, and that's the issue. You know what I mean? You know, maybe they got to bring back the cost. That's true. Yep. Yeah. Because you know what it is though, guys? Because they just copying the format. They don't want to take gambles no more. You know? And that's why I try to tell people you don't need powerful console to run a lot of these games now. That's another thing too. We've hit a limit where it's just like, if it's all about making good games, then you don't really need to buy new hardware. Not necessarily. I mean, at this point, consoles are just performance boxes. That's all they are now. They're just for performance. Shadow Colossus. I'd like to see an Ico remake. That'd be nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is, yeah. That's all they really are, is lockdown PCs. It does, though, but Sarah said, I don't know if it's worth the compromise, though. You know? I think that's what he's trying to say. I mean, yeah, ray tracing can look good at times, but I don't know if it's worth the performance. You know? Oh, you play Street Fighter? That's nice. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like we don't really see the I mean, maybe that's where the whole exclusive argument comes from. Like, hey, you know, when they used to make games for the hardware, the games would be better. But I don't think companies see the appeal of that no more, especially if nobody's buying it. Hey, Mr. Din. Hey, Spider-Man coming to everybody. I see, hey, Mr. Din, I see you got one of Xbox's characters. Yeah. I heard he's coming to Xbox. I heard he's swinging to a console near you. Xbox. Y'all told people, man. I'm telling you, man. Sony gonna drop PlayStation 4 level games on Switch 2, man. Oh, did y'all hear about the Switch 2 not running Elden Ring? Oh, man. Did y'all hear about that? Bro, the Switch 2 is already bottlenecked. They can't even run Elden Ring. Uh-oh, he's gonna have a surprise. He bought an Xbox. I knew it. He got one. Oh, I forgot. Mr. Din already has one. 15 FPS. That's crazy, bro. Like, what are they doing? It must have been all that added DLC they put. Yo, the Switch 2 Switch 2 is becoming embarrassing, man. Like, that should not be happening. And what's crazy, that game ain't even next gen, bro. The game ain't even next gen. How y'all, like, what? It ain't even next gen. How y'all How are y'all struggling? It's not. Oh, you did? Nice. Okay. It's not even next gen. It's a PS4 game. Can Switch 2 even run Call of Duty? I don't even know at this point, bro. I told people, bro. I'm like, yo, the Switch 2 is underpowered. You know, you had all these Nintendo fanboys running with these narratives. It's 4K, 120, 1080p performance. I told these dummies, and they didn't want to listen, bro. I'm telling people, man, that Switch 2, bro, is getting exposed, bro. Can't even run Elden Ring. Even the PS4 can run that. Trust GTA 6. What? I think it's gonna have a lot of performance drops. It's like, damn. Yeah, Grime, it's gonna be 30, unfortunately. The game's gonna be capped at 30, but you know, I mean, shoot, people still play the one capped at 30 on Xbox Series X and PS5 because they prefer it over the new version. You know, I think GTA, especially how big they said this game's gonna be, they said it's gonna be demanding as hell. Yeah, Elden Ring, man. I can't even... Yo, Elden Ring can't even run on the Switch 2. Is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I can't believe that happened. He said I can run everything. Nice. AK-60. Oh, AK-60, imagine? Nah, these dudes really believe these lies, bro. They really believe these lies, bro. I can't believe they really believe this crap, bro. These lies. Like, these people are so stupid. I did tell people that. I was like, watch. I told people this crap, bro. I told people that they weren't listening. They were like, oh, it's 1080p 120. It's 4K 60. Switch 2, bro. They didn't even... Yo, Mario Kart World should have been that game, man. If the Switch 2 was really 4K 60, then Mario Kart World should have been 4K 60, right? They kept holding on to this Metroid Prime 4 1080p 120 on the screen. Okay? They kept talking about that.
Did you find your dad?
That's what had these Nintendo fanboys delusional, not realizing that Metroid Prime is also dropping on the Switch 1.
But I did find something else.
I told these dummies, man. They didn't want to believe it, the gaming prophet. I'm Moses of the gaming industry. Moses.
Thanks.
I'll be telling you. Yeah, me too. I got the free downloads as well. I thought Sony would have been cheap enough to charge for these games again, but like I said, thank you, Capcom.
I can't reach the control anymore.
Elden Ring at 15 FPS, man. You know, you got Nintendo fanboys saying they trying to do it like the N64 days. 20 FPS and down.
Sherry!
Oh,
that's good, dude. But it's like, it's so ridiculous.
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer.
Yeah, that's all it was. You're right, Muscle. It was a repackaged GameCube. It was a repackaged GameCube with motion controls. That's exactly what the Wii was. The hardware was exactly the same. All you had Nintendo do was repackage the GameCube and put motion controls on it. That's all they did. That's crazy because that's so true, though. That's all it was. That's all it was, though. And the funny thing is, ATI was essentially AMD. So AMD made that box. That was an AMD box. Oh, snap. Man, he survived an acid round? Yo, that liquor's built different, bro. Oh, yeah. Which is actually kind of sad, though, right? That they're the best games to play. Considering that they came out of PlayStation 1. I just wish we got the Nightmare Yo, what's up, Dark? I wish we got the Nightmare difficulty, though. For the Dreamcast version. Oh, you like it? Nice. Expedition. Look at that. I left all this stuff from the Leon playthrough. Oh, you liked it? Thank you. Oh, man. MVG, man. I'm telling you, bro. That guy. My favorite character, honestly, I can't even really tell you. I wasn't paying that much attention to the game. I was just laughing at the segments while my friend was playing it. So I can't really tell you. I wasn't really, like, into the story, if that makes sense. I was just laughing at what was going on in the background. In hell, I'll put you under my spell. In hell. Like, it was just kind of funny. Yeah, it was. And you know what's funny? Mafia 3 only got hated because you know why. Talking about black people ain't in no mafia. Black people ain't in no mafia. Like, it's so funny how these people want to put statements on things. The only time a black man can play a game is when it's a stereotype. NBA 2K, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You know, you can't put a black man in a role besides that. It's ridiculous. Like, they think they know us, but they only got us through stereotypes. That's it. It's so weird. The only time you can be black in a video game is in a game like San Andreas. Then it's believable. Oh yeah, that you know what I mean? That's black people. NBA. Oh, hold on. NBA 2K. Yeah, that's real. That's, you know. Like, yo, bro, the freaking industry is so ignorant, bro. It's hilarious. Yeah, Mafia 3 I think is underrated. A lot of people actually enjoyed it. Oh crap. Oh hell. Bruh, you see the way I dodged that? Wow. That dog was really coming for me. Oh, Afro Samurai would be amazing. Which is crazy because a lot of that got its inspiration from what? You guys know what? Yasuke, was it Yasuke? The same guy that's in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Afro Samurai would be awesome. Damn, I got no space. Alright, hold on. There you go, see? Yeah, Mafia 2 was good. Yeah, Mafia games ain't bad, man. Oh, I didn't take the damn crossbow, huh? Alright, that's fine. Nexus Harriet Tubby is crazy. I know Gears of War Reload didn't remove the camera shake. They didn't remove it. Yeah, I got my Xbox controller for it. I paid over upwards to $100. That's another thing, man, with PlayStation. Everything got to be a premium product what they ask. Everything. Yeah, oh yeah, Godfather's a great game. Oh yeah. 2's good as well. Godfather 1 and 2. We had a lot of good games, man. Scarface. I heard they were going to do a sequel to Scarface for the 360 at the time, but it got canceled. Yeah, Scarface. Yeah, that's a good game. Oh, I love Scarface, bro. That game was amazing. And you know what's funny? You know, reviewers complained and said, "Oh, it's not Al Pacino." Bruh. They literally complained because the guy wasn't played by Al Pacino. Bro, back then, Gamer Review was bad too, though. They were so bad back then. Like, really? Imagine complaining about a game. It ain't Al Pacino, though. Like, what? You gonna hate on the game because of that? The guy sounded... Oh, crap. Hold on. Like, seriously? It ain't Al Pacino though. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, it was supposed to. It got canceled. But imagine, bro, they were doing this crap back then too, though, guys. You got to think about it. They were doing stuff like this back then. You know, they actually gave Scarface a bad review because they said it was a clone of GTA. Like, bruh, you see how these people operate, bruh? It's a clone of GTA. This and that. It's like, bro, really? It was a good game, man. It was a great game, and these people out here saying, they ain't no Al Pacino though. No, but they were bad too back then, Sam. There was a lot of bad reviews back then, bro. I know what you're saying. They're a little bit, they're pretty bad now, but man, I'm telling you, back then wasn't any better, bro. Back then was not any better, bro. They was hating on a lot of games back then, bro. Some of them were, but some of them were pretty bad, guys. I'm being serious. You know? I think for the most part, it wasn't like... Oh, snap. Hold on. Oh, crap. Yeah, but I'm telling you guys, if you guys really look back, there was a lot of review. Like, if a game... Like, I would say back then, if there was a game that was similar to another game... Oh, yeah, they hated every single one of them. Yo, Ghost Rider? Bro, listen. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Back then, reviews would hate another game if it was similar. Like, I remember playing Ghost Rider, right? Ghost Rider for the PS2. That's a good game. Nah. Ghost Rider 2 is a good game, bro. They would literally say it's trash because it's similar to God of War. Like, they were fanboys band back then, guys. There was some big fanboys back then. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, guys. The reviews weren't any better, bro. I'm telling y'all right now. Yeah. Those are some good games. They hated every single one of those games, bro. And they were actually good games. They were actually good games, and they hated them. So that's why I try to tell people, guys. They were doing that back then, too. They were. They were doing that back then, too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, never believe the review, guys. Never believe them. Play the game for yourself. Look at the gameplay for yourself. And you make your own judgment. You know what I mean? There's a lot of games that I don't like. A long time ago, yeah, it was a good game. Afro Samurai. I thought Ghost Rider was amazing. You know, it was a good God of War clone. But like dude was saying, they was hating on every game that felt like Devil May Cry. I'm like, yo, this game kind of nice, though. Oh, no, it's trash because, you know, Devil May Cry did it first. Like, what? Man, that's not how you're supposed to judge a game. Like, I get it, man. Like, I'm telling people, man. Like, I can't, like, if I'm doing a review to a game, I can't bash the game because it's too similar. I gotta bash the game on its own merits. If I'm doing a review. I can't sit there and say, hey, guys, I'm tired of Souls games. Therefore, Elden Ring is trash. I can't do that. I would have to judge it. That's why I said, oh, the games is good. I just said, I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of seeing Souls. That's all. But I can't sit there and say, oh, the game sucks. I can't do that. If I was a reviewer, even on games that I don't like, I can't do that. I would have to put my bias aside and be like, oh, it's a good game. You know what I mean? If that's what it is. But the reviewers don't do that. They don't do it. If anything, they give good reviews if the game's too similar now. Yeah. Like, I can't do that as a reviewer. Oh, snap. You know, I can't do that. Like, if I'm a reviewer and I'm not a huge fan of, like, let's say right now I'm, like, tired of Souls games. I can't play Elden Ring and be like, hey, guys, Elden Ring is a good game, but I've played this 10 million times already. I'm tired of it. I can't do that in a review. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't. I would have to put that bias aside. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really subjective, you know? Because I know Blue Jay, he's looking forward to Resident Evil 9, but I don't really care for it, you know? But he's looking forward to it. Yeah, it sucks because it's a Resident Evil clone. You know what's funny? Freaking Dino Crisis took a lot of good elements. A lot of good elements. Matter of fact, it actually is what gave inspiration for Nemesis, because I think that's where the whole Nemesis engine came from for the character, was due to the dinosaurs going into the rooms, which is what Nemesis did in 3. So Dino Crisis was that test game, And it was actually a little bit more advanced than Resident Evil at the time, because dinosaurs can actually go into the rooms to create that fear of tension. You know what I mean? So it actually kind of did fundamentally change the game, though. You know what I'm saying? That was actually cool, man. That's when Shinji was at Capcom. Shinji was very creative with his ideas of how he wanted to go about making video games. You know? You know, it's crazy. I actually liked it, Hayes, Yahtzee. Yahtzee's like, what the hell? I actually liked it, Hayes. It was... He's like, what the hell, Gamester? You like trash game? I actually liked it, that game. Oh, no, it ain't no Halo killer. No. Definitely not that. But I actually like... He like, this man don't know games. This man, Gamester's a fraud. He like Hayes. I actually liked that game, for real. I'm being dead ass. It ain't no Halo killer. I'm not saying it's better than Halo, but it was a fun game. But I will say one thing, right? It has like the Duke Nukem Forever strategy. Not strategy. It has that Duke Nukem Forever appeal where it's like with Duke Nukem Forever, even though it wasn't better than what it was promised, it was still good, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was they call it the Halo killer, bro. That was, I think they bit off a little bit more than they could chew. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Yeah. I think that was the problem with that. But besides that, oh crap, you little freaking damn liquor, I see you. Yeah, you see that? You see when you miss? Yeah, he thought he was slick, bro. You see that? He tried to wind up on some crazy stuff. You see that, right? You see the way that liquor was like, I got it. Like, bro, this man lunged with everything and missed on a fixed camera angle, bro. There was no way in hell that I could have stopped that, and he still missed. Damn stupid liquor. He failed. That's what he gets for being blind. Bro, you see the way he jumped at me and missed? On a fixed camera angle, bro? Like, that liquor needs to get better, bro. They gotta fix that. That liquor they gotta fix his senses. That's crazy, bro. The way he missed, though. I'm like, how you miss? How you miss with that type of wind up? Oh, so now, hold on. I gotta find the thing. Oh, no, not this. What am I doing? Oh, man, hold on. Yeah, that was promoted as a Halo killer as well. Oh, man. Yeah, it was funny, though. It was, though. Oh, man. I like playing the classics for y'all, man. You guys notice I stream a little bit better for y'all when I play these type of games. I actually have fun playing them. You know what I mean? I actually have fun playing these games for y'all. Unlike the other games where I'm like, all right, guys, I'm getting off. I'm bored. You guys know if I was playing like Dead Side or Undisputed, I would have already got off this crap. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of this crap. I'm out of here, guys. I swear, these new games give me depression, bro. They make me want to turn the game off, bro. I'm telling you, man, they put me to sleep. That's what they do. I mean, and man, if I'm having a hard time sleeping in the night, I just turn on one of these modern games and they put me to sleep. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, me too. I love the pre-rendered graphics. It's just something about it. It got a nice aesthetic to it. It wasn't, no. Killzone wasn't that bad either. It just wasn't no Halo. That's it. But it wasn't bad, though. That's what I'm trying to tell people. I just think when you hype up a game like that, you know what I mean? I think Killzone 2 is the closest. Yeah, Killzone 2, though. Bruh. That game was crazy, bruh. Killzone 2? That game was sick. Yo, Killzone 2 was fire, bruh. I remember when that game came out, I'm like, holy crap. And just the problem is Microsoft has so much momentum, though. I know on the Vita it was amazing. You talk about Killzone Mercenaries. I played that. The online was good on it, too. You know? Online was really good on that. I kind of wish Sony would go back to that. Yeah, Gears of War was crazy. I know. Very toxic, though. CD Keys website? What is it for? I'm not going to probably use it, but, like, you want to show me the prices? Because I don't have a PC like that. Let me check this room real quick. No, hold on. But I'll take a look though. I just don't have a PC to actually buy anything. Oh, you talking about is it more? Hold on. So CD keys. Hold on. I think I know what you. CD keys is not just for PC though, right? I think yeah. Killzone Mercenary. I don't think it's just for PC though, right? I think I heard about this. Like I heard, like you could buy other stuff. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Post it, bro. Yeah. Yeah, because somebody was telling me about, like, you can get Game Pass cheaper on there. I was like, huh? But it's CD keys, though. Oh, yeah, bet. Post it. Yeah, you ain't even got to ask. Yeah, no, you good. I just didn't know. I just thought he was going to send it to me, and I'm like, I don't have a PC. Oh, and console stuff. Oh, okay, I didn't know. I thought it was just for PC. That's why I was like, oh, CD keys, PC. I was thinking, like, huh? Oh, okay. So, guys, I'm a little old-fashioned with this stuff. I'm still playing on my PS1, Now, hold on. What am I missing, bro? I'm missing a valve, huh? Oh, you can do it for both. Okay. I'm missing something, too. Really? You don't need to do... Okay. But again, that's not on sale. Check CD keys. Oh, wow. Really? Is that... Oh, okay. I've been hearing about that, though, because Jet was telling me about that. He was telling me about that type of stuff. CD key, PS -5. PS -5. PlayStation, not PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Negative. PlayStation Negative is crazy. Yo, what? Alright, so I gotta figure out... I think I gotta go back and find the little hook. Oh, no. Bruh. Isn't this at the top though? Hold on. Cause I gotta think of, is this scenario A or B? Hold on. Okay. But it ain't Japanese though? Oh man, it ain't Japanese though. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's not up there. Alright, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out where. I missed one thing. Okay, that's how you guys get your games? Isn't it in the sewer part? I remember. Yeah, and it's funny because Gears of War then inspired Uncharted. There was a lot of inspiration back then, but it's crazy. One thing I respected about the inspiration is that they had similar takes, like Army of Two, right? They had similar ideas, but they made it their own. You know what I mean? And I think that's what I liked about it, is that they made it their own. And I thought that was so cool back then. I wish companies can learn from that and be like, all right, let's take similarities and ideas from each other, but let's make it our own to where it stands out. You know what I mean? I don't need that. That's that film. Army 2 was amazing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like to play it as Claire because it's a little bit more difficult with Claire. But even then, I still got a bunch of different stuff. Oh, it's coming out. Nice. October 16th is good. Oh, that's good. People are going to be having a lot of fun. So now that I know the price, the Steam, do you guys think the Steam Deck will drop in price too now after that? Because I just want to have like a nice entry console, right? To test it out. Well, entry little portable device. Test it out, and then I know I'm just this type of person, guys. You know, I don't just go full throttle on something. I kind of have to get comfortable with it. Oh, snap. I have to get comfortable with it, and then as soon as I like it, then I'm like, I go all out. But I know some people be like, I don't know why you have to do that, right? Gabe said you need a PC. Needs to play 5M. Price drop, but you can buy basic. Then I might as well get the Xbox handheld then. Really? Oh, so it doesn't work like that. Oh, damn. You know, now I see what Dreamcast guys told, but they know things back in the days used to drop in price. They used to, things don't drop in price no more, huh? Not like they used to. Back in my days, things used to drop in price. Well, because companies know that. All they're going to do is keep that one at a high price to force you to get the new one. These companies ain't stupid. Oh, no, it's the dog kennel. Hold on. They're not dumb. They know exactly what they're doing. Alright, I'm going to take these dogs. Has got to be the win. Okay. Yeah, I think the days of subsidized hardware is coming to an end. Oh, I think I'm going in the wrong area. Hold on, guys. Yeah, not this area. I keep forgetting. It's not scenario A. It's scenario B. I keep thinking I'm in the freaking wrong scenario. Hopefully these games come up on Switch. I like to see Capcom actually make actual releases of these games, like how they did with good old games, and put them on console. Alright, so I gotta go this way. I forgot. So this is pure greed. These companies can earn money from pay. Micro already stopped. They already said they're not buying Xbox anyway. Why would we subsidize? Yeah. So now they're gonna be paying for it, you know. And I don't think PlayStation wants to pay for it either, especially if people are not buying it for their games, you know. But with the membership, that might be more than enough. But yeah, I see what you're saying, you know. So they don't want to take a loss, so that's why they go on this Xbox PC approach. So I mean, I technically guess it's a win-win, but for some people, it might be a loss. Oh crap! Nah. Oh, your dog's getting out of control. Oh yeah, it's definitely worth it for sure. You know, nobody can refute that. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it's saying. Yeah. I mean, everything's going to go up, like you said. You know? I don't think nothing's going to be subsidized anymore. I think they're going to keep the PS5 high even when the PlayStation 6 coming out because they're not going to care if you own one. I don't think these companies care if you own the latest and greatest hardware. As long as they continue and have you as a faucet of making money, you know, I think that's why they haven't abandoned PlayStation 4 yet. Because there's still faucets of money coming out of that platform. They're still making tons and tons of money just for people paying online to play. Once those PS4 games, think about it. Oh yeah, check this out, right? Those PS4 gamers, with those games that are free to play. Oh snap! I just peeped this. Oh snap! Y'all ready for this? Oh, all right. I got a controversial take, but this is a good one, right? Let me say this. Have you guys noticed, right, that PlayStation came out, right, and told people that a lot of, what was it, free-to-plays, like Genshin Impact, what was it, PUBG? Have you guys noticed that they said they're no longer to support the old gen? I'm thinking Sony has something to do with that. Because they're not getting money from them. Once people stop buying Call of Duty, like games where they're getting money from, PlayStation 4 is going to be like, we're done. Nah, these free-to-plays is what's hurting us. We need these people to start buying the hardware. We need people to start buying the games. Genshin and PUBG, right? Have you noticed, out of all of a sudden, those games now can't support people? Because you got to look at it. Does it make sense as a company to want to reduce your audience? It makes no sense. It just doesn't. But in PlayStation's favor, it makes a whole lot of sense. They do. No, they do. Yeah, Sony does get a lot of microtransaction money from them as well. But I think Sony's tired of it. I think they're tired of it. I think they're actually tired of it. And I feel like a lot of people, they're probably, like once the subscription money, like once they stop buying battle passes and stuff like that, I think that's when Sony's going to be like, nah, we don't want this crap around. Yeah, no demanding games. Sony's trying to transition people. And this might be their way to transition people to the PS5. This might be their way. Mrs. Din. He said Mrs. Din. Yo, that's crazy. He said Mrs. Din. Mrs. Din. Wow. He said Mrs. Din is crazy. Yo, that's a new one, bro. I ain't know. Mrs. Din. Hey, yo, the way we got Pac-Man, we got Mr. Din, and then we got Miss Pac-Man. This guy is crazy. Did you see Jerry plays with? He plays with Spider-Man toys. He does? What? Yo, what's going on here with Jim, man? Oh man, he plays with toys for real? Hill's Babyface. Oh my god. I know a lot of people collect toys. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I know, what was it? One of these guys I know, he had a bunch of Pops, bro. Like this man had collected a bunch of Pops. Me, I would love to have a few, you know, maybe for some of my favorite games and stuff, but I don't have the space for it. You know? I can't really afford to have any more decorations. I can only afford to have games. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people do. A lot of people, it's nothing, yeah. But I don't know about playing with them. I don't know about what, like playing with them. Like what do you mean by playing with them though? Like what do you mean by that though? Like what is he like? What do you mean he taking out the box? He's moving the arm. Like what do you mean punch? Like what do you mean he's playing with it? Because I know a few people that got collect Pops and stuff. You know, I just can't afford it. I got Transformer, Power Rangers, Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, some of that stuff is cool. That stuff is expensive though, guys. Like that stuff is not cheap. I know people call them toys, but I don't know, man, if we could even call them toys anymore because they're expensive. They're expensive. Like those things, they're really expensive. He doesn't. It really is. He said, I don't know what he does with them. You said he'd be playing with the Spider-Man toy. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to understand the context. Because I know a few people. I have a few friends that got all that stuff, and it's expensive, bro. Statues, $200 stat. I'm like, what the? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. He got me backed into a corner. Yo. Bro, he is gatekeeping. Look at, oh my, he trying to hit me in my back. Bro, he trying to break this girl's back. Yo, Mr. X is crazy. I got the Master Morpher of Tommy for $250. Yeah, that stuff is, bro. And they got a bunch of that stuff too, not just one. That's what I'm saying. I can't, you know. They take up a lot of space too. You gotta have a lot of, you know. Me, I can't afford that, especially considering how many games I, bro. I got thousands of games, guys. Thousands, bro. Literally thousands, bro. I would love to have me a nice little Gears of War statue, you know what I mean? But I just, you know, and they essentially cost as much as a damn console. Like, freaking buying that $250, you gotta got a Series S. You know, like that stuff is not cheap. I don't even know if they're really toys in it, because toys are really meant to be played with, and a lot of people that buy it, they're not playing with it. It's more, you know, I don't know, but like, what, like, is toys the correct term to use though? Because they don't really play. Now he's saying he played with it, so I guess that, yeah. But those things, they're not meant to be played with. Ain't nobody paying $250 to play with a toy. Ain't nobody doing that. That's what I'm saying. It's more of a collective thing. Like, I feel like a toy is something you play with, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, that was a Hulk smash, right? I think that is a toy, but I can't call that a toy because you're not playing with it. You're displaying it. You know, you're making it look nice in the box. You take it out, whatever. It's more of I don't know. It would be more like how something a statue would be. It's similar to a statue, but like, you know what? Gaming statue. That's what it feels like to me. Yeah, like that's good though. That's good, Ultra, because that stuff is expensive hobby, man. That's not a cheap hobby. How I did. Kids play with it, adults collect them. But a lot of the stuff the kids play with is not expensive though. Well, some toys are expensive. I ain't gonna say that. I don't know. Like that's a nice, interesting conversation. That is an interesting conversation. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm going down there.
Yeah, I like Shenmue. I platinum that as well. Like I think yeah, it's kind of hard to say because I mean you wouldn't, like, for example, if you bought a statue for your home, you wouldn't call that a toy. You know what I mean? And because I'm not trying to go based off what it represents. I'm trying to go based off like the concept of how it's used. You know what I mean? You know, just like people, they have like Jesus statues and stuff, but nobody would say that's a toy. You don't play with that. Few Lego sets. Yo, Lego, bro, that stuff is expensive. That stuff is expensive. The Lego, bro, I heard, bro, I was like, yo, what the hell? These are worth hundreds of dollars, man.
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl.
A long time I bought a custom. Oh, you did? That, you see that? That's what I'm saying. I would love to have stuff like that.
Calm down.
He said play with a Jesus statue is crazy. Yo, I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That ain't no toy. They make it for adult collectors. Yeah, I'm gonna actually really do some research. I want to really know what they classify this stuff like, because it's not a toy though. Toys are meant to be played with. Toys are meant to be played with.
What is it?
But that stuff is not meant to be played with.
It's the agent.
It's weird though. It's kind of hard to explain though. But I think that'd be interesting for a video for anybody that has that specific field in that. Original action figures back in the day are now very expensive. Star Wars. Yeah, they don't manufacture them the same either. Console. I mean, you know what's funny? Consoles are toys. That's true, because back then they used to label consoles as toys. Yeah. Back then, bro, consoles was toys. You could find this in the kids department. Video gaming. In kids department. But don't even matter. Mature games. Damn, we came a long ways though. We came along. It's just a premium toys. We all playing with toys. Oh man. Oh yeah, Pokemon cards too. Yeah, I heard about that. we're all kids at heart, man. We're all kids at heart, bro. That's why I don't understand why people be like, oh, nerd and all this. Like, we're all nerds at heart. Yeah, we're all nerds at heart if you think about it, because it's like, ain't nobody better than anybody because we're all in the same realm. Like, it's crazy to think about it, but technically, board games are yeah, that too. So as adults, even that's what I'm saying, because you got adults be like, oh, that's for kids, that's kids stuff, that's kids, but it's like, yeah, I remember I think Diddy Kong Racing had that kids to adults label. Yeah, I remember that label. What happened to that label? Kids to adults. But I don't know. I want to look that up though. Like, why did the kids to adults label got removed? Because, I think because it didn't make sense because you already had E for everyone, right? Yes, I like chess. Yeah, I do. Yeah, because what's the point of kids to adults label? Hopefully there's like a documentary I can find on YouTube. I'm gonna see if I can find something. Yeah, but they still had E though. Oh, they switched it. Oh, okay. Oh, they switched. I'm trying. Oh, so that came first. Oh, yeah. I think you're right, though. Yeah, I think you're right. And look at it. He had to hit me one time. Chess? Yeah, chess is good. It's really fun. Oh, I gotta get that girl. Yeah, a lot of them didn't. Yeah, especially the millennials. We didn't really grow up with all the stuff. Like, we wanted every single thing. I mean, luckily I was able to have a lot of this stuff, guys. I was exposed to a lot of this stuff at an early age. But you're right. You know, millennials didn't really get blessed in the same way that a lot of these kids get blessed. You know what I mean? Because we would see, like, I mean, back then there was so many things. It was impossible for a parent to buy all these things for their kid. You know, during the days of the PS2, I mean, and then next, like, what was it? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, for example, if you think about it, right? But the PS2, original Xbox, and GameCube, then you had the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP. There was just too many things, guys. I mean, you could even throw the Nicoya N-Gauge up in there if you want. We just grew up at a time where it was physically impossible. And then during that gen, what was it, 4 or 5 years in, then you had the 360 came out, then the PS3, and then the Wii. Bro, we just had so much stuff. I think it gave us a thing to talk about. I think that's what happened with gaming. It gave us something to continue to talk about. And unfortunately, I think that love is gone. You know what I mean? That continuation of like, oh my God, like some people just got the PS2 late just to find out that the 360 is coming out in 2005. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody got things at launch, guys. Some people got the PS2 around 2004, 2005. 2005 was the 360. Some people that might have got the 360 but like, oh wow, they got this out now? Like, you know what I mean? So there was always things to talk about. Nowadays, there's really nothing. You know what I mean? The conversation was better, man. Like, you know what I mean? We was always looking forward to the next best thing, and I just think that's kind of plateaued. You know, or maybe people just stopped caring now as time gone on. But yeah, those days is over. Yeah, they were shorter as well. Yeah. Even the Super Nintendo and they were shorter. Maybe shorter generations would be better. Maybe we need to go back to shorter generations, because I think you're right. That's an interesting take, though. I think shorter generations is better.
Come on, let's get out of here.
I think you're right. I think we need to go back to short generations, 5-year generations. I think we need to stop at 10 years, 7, 9. I don't think it's good for the industry. And I blame the 360 and the PS3 for this, because that was one of the longest gens we've had. Yeah, you're right, though. Because Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis was like 4 or 5 years tops. Even though they still made games for it, but they moved on. Not like that. I think we need shorter game generations. I think we do. I'm unsure though. If you still challenge me. You know? Like I told one guy, he's like, are you still gonna play him? I was like, I'm not trying to ruin his credibility. You know? Because, but not by making him. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. But guys, I'm gonna get off. I got the video coming up. And hopefully you guys will look forward to that. And I'll see y'all in the next one, alright? Take care, everybody.